In this video, we're going to talk about 9 tiny habits that can make you financially rich in 2026 without any extreme lifestyle changes. We'll cover how to pay yourself first, a 3-week rule that can save you from impulse spending, how to automate your savings and investments, how to track your spending, why investing early matters more than almost anything else, how to align your money with your actual priorities, a simple hours worked test that makes every purchase decision more mindful, why an emergency fund has to come first, why understanding your taxes can save you thousands, and finally, a simple way to track your net worth. All of that is coming up, so stick around till the end. Quick disclaimer before we start: this video is for general educational purposes only. It is not professional financial, tax, or investment advice. Everyone's financial situation is different, so please consult a financial advisor or accountant before making any major financial decisions. And if you enjoy this kind of practical, no-fluff financial content, hit like. Share this with a friend or family member who could use it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Let's get into it. Let's start with a question. If I handed you $500 right now, what would you do with it? Most people would say the same thing: spend it on something, a new phone case, a dinner out, something that feels good right now. But the people who actually become wealthy answer that question very differently. And the difference isn't some big secret. The difference is just 3 weeks. I want to talk about something called Parkinson's Law, and it explains why our income and our spending almost always end up equal, no matter how much we earn. Today I'm going to walk you through 9 small habits that don't require any extreme lifestyle change, no waking up at 4 a.m., no starting a side hustle. Just 9 small decisions that, if you apply them consistently, can make your financial life look completely different a year from now. We've all seen those videos. This 25-year-old made $1 million in crypto. This person quit their job and their business blew up overnight. Those stories go viral because they're dramatic. But they're not reality. When you actually study the financial habits of wealthy people, the ones their accountants and financial planners work with, the same pattern shows up again and again. Wealth isn't built from extreme decisions. It's built from small, boring, repeatable habits that compound over time. Big goals feel overwhelming, so people never even start them. But a small habit, one you can do almost without thinking, is the one that actually sticks. So in this video, we're not going to talk about size. We're going to talk about consistency. Habit number 1, pay yourself first. When your paycheck hits your account, most people pay their bills first, then groceries, then social plans, and whatever's left over, if anything is left, gets saved. The problem is, when saving comes last, it never actually happens. So flip the order. The moment your paycheck arrives, the very first transfer, at least 10%, goes straight into a separate savings or investment account, automatically, before you even think about it. This simple switch is called paying yourself first. People don't miss money they never see. If 10% disappears immediately, your brain just adjusts to living on the other 90 without you even noticing. Habit number 2, the 3-week rule. Parkinson's Law says that work expands to fill the time you give it. The same thing happens with money. Every time your income goes up, a raise, a bonus, extra income, we unconsciously increase our spending to match. This is called lifestyle inflation. So here's the 3-week rule before making any non-essential big purchase, whether it's a new gadget, a designer item, or a deal that looks too good to pass up. Wait 3 weeks. Marketing psychology is built to target exactly the opposite of that urgency. Limited time sales, one-click checkout. All of it is designed to make you buy before you think. 3 weeks is long enough that the initial emotional pull fades. What's left is logic. Do I actually need this? And when your income goes up, same rule applies. Treat that extra money as invisible. Let it go straight into savings for 3 weeks before you upgrade your lifestyle. Habit number 3, automate everything that repeats. Think about how many financial decisions you make in a single day. Should I buy this coffee? Should I cancel this subscription? Should I transfer to savings now or later? All of that creates decision fatigue. The more decisions you make in a day, the less willpower you have left by the end of it. That's why people tend to spend more impulsively at night. The brain is simply tired. The solution is simple: automate anything recurring. Savings transfers, investment contributions, bill payments, all of it. When the decision happens automatically, it doesn't use up any of your willpower. This habit might sound small, but it's actually one of the most powerful because it guarantees consistency instead of relying on motivation. Habit number 4, track where your money actually goes. Here's an uncomfortable truth: most people who say I know where my money goes are actually wrong. Small, repeated purchases, coffee, subscriptions, delivery fees become invisible because individually they seem too small to matter. Here's a simple way to fix that. Every month, sort your spending into 3 buckets: fundamentals, rent, bills, groceries, fun, entertainment, eating out, shopping, and future use, savings, investments, paying down debt. At the end of the month, take 10 minutes to review last month's progress and set just one small, achievable goal for the next month. Just one. Too many goals feel overwhelming and people abandon them. Awareness alone changes behavior. Habit number 5, start investing early, even if it's small. Compound growth is boring at first. The numbers in year 1 are tiny. Nothing exciting happens. But over time, that growth becomes exponential instead of linear. There's a simple shortcut called the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your expected annual return. And that tells you roughly how many years it'll take for your money to double. For example, at an 8% return, 72 divided by 8 is 9, so your money doubles in about 9 years. This is exactly why time matters more than amount. Someone who starts investing a small amount at 25 will often end up ahead of someone who starts investing double that amount at 35, simply because they had more years for compounding to work. If your budget is tight right now, you don't need a large amount to start. Low-cost, diversified index funds are a common starting point because they spread out the risk instead of betting on individual stocks. Habit number 6, match your money with your priorities. Most people try to fix their finances by restricting everything, cutting out all enjoyment. That approach doesn't work because it isn't sustainable. Just like a strict diet eventually gets abandoned, so does a strict budget. A better approach is this: pull up last month's spending and ask yourself, did this actually matter to me? You'll be surprised how much money goes toward things you don't even remember: clothes you never wore, subscriptions you never used. Once you identify those invisible leaks, you can cut them without feeling like you're sacrificing anything, because those things weren't making you happy in the first place. And that freed up money can go toward things that actually do matter to you. This isn't restriction, it's alignment. Habit number 7, the hours worked test. Before your next purchase, calculate this: how many hours did I work to afford this? For example, if an item costs $200 and you earn $25 an hour, that item literally represents 8 hours of your life. This turns an abstract dollar amount into something your brain can actually feel: time. Money feels abstract, but 8 hours of work feels concrete. This trick doesn't stop you from buying anything, it just makes the decision more intentional. Habit number 8, build your emergency fund before you invest. Until you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in an accessible savings account, a single unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a job loss, can push you right back into debt, no matter how disciplined an investor you are. An emergency fund is a safety net that keeps you from having to sell your investments during an emergency, which usually happens at the worst possible time when the market is down. Set up a fixed automatic transfer into this fund every month, the same way you'd pay a bill. This is the foundation everything else stands on. Habit number 9, understand your taxes. Most people treat taxes as a fixed, unavoidable expense they have no control over. But the reality is, taxes are the single biggest expense in most people's lives, bigger than income, bigger than anything else. There are plenty of legal ways to lower your tax liability, tax-advantaged retirement accounts, deductions that are available but rarely claimed, or simply structuring your income the right way. You don't need to master this overnight. Just spending time once a year understanding your tax situation can make a difference of thousands of dollars over time. And one last, small habit that ties all of this together: check your net worth every 3 months. Just one number, your assets, minus your liabilities. Even if it's small, even if it's negative, tracking it is the biggest motivator there is, because it shows you whether all these small habits are actually working. So there you have it, 9 habits, and if you notice, not one of them is dramatic. None of them require extreme sacrifice. They're all small, repeatable actions. Pay yourself first. Give every big purchase 3 weeks. Automate anything that repeats. Track your spending. Start investing early, even if it's small. Match your spending to your priorities. Think about every purchase in hours worked. Build your emergency fund first. Understand your taxes. And check your net worth regularly. That's the real difference between the people who end the year in the exact same place they started and the people who move forward a little bit every single year. Wealth isn't one big moment. It's small decisions repeated over and over until they become so automatic you don't even have to think about them anymore. If you start just one of these habits this week, that's the week your 2026 starts heading in a completely different direction. If you found this video helpful, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.